Welcome back, Gym Rats. It's Deltia, and today we're going to go over how to cook and prepare cheap, fast, and healthy food. I know not all of you can cook, weigh, and eat meals while on the go or at work, or have a budget for expensive protein and carbs. So I want to give you two options when it comes to cooking, eating clean and cheap, and also eating clean, cheap, on the go. Let's get started. Alright, so part one, we're going to show you the quick and dirty method to eat cheap, whether you're trying to gain size, lose body fat, or whatever. So chicken and white rice. It is a staple for a lot of bodybuilders, CrossFitters, power lifters, whatever it is. Super cheap, super effective, and it's really easy to make. Number one, a little small scale. Yes, I bought this thing from Amazon for about $15. It allows me to weigh the chicken, so I only want to eat about 6 ounces at a time, so I'm not getting over amount of protein. The bigger your size, you can have more ounces. Number two, a rice cooker, $20 at Wally World. It's very good. A toaster, I actually don't need one of those. And then a oven, yay. How much this cost? I don't know. It came with my house, which was expensive. So, rice cooker, oven, scale. Those things are small investments. I get this stuff from Walmart. It is by far the cheapest. Other places like premium grocery stores, it's double the price. So what we have here is 4 pounds and 3/4 chicken breast. Boneless, skinless, super cheap, $1.99 a pound. So it's very, very cheap to eat like this. So used by May 3rd, so we're gonna use by May 23rd, so we're gonna cook that up today. And then you have the Minute Maid white rice. I like this over the huge bags just because it's easier to cook. It tastes better, and like the kernels or the long grains just seem to work a lot better. I do have a little soy sauce. I'm not too afraid of sodium since I do work out all the time. That's just for flavoring. And we go into seasoning. So olive oil. This is a great source of healthy fats. So the rice is going to be our carbohydrates. Olive oil is going to be our fat. Chicken is obviously our protein. The seasoning I like to use is a good old Lawry's seasoning. It's pretty good. It's salty, tastes good. You can also have a bunch of different others. Dash or Mrs. Dash is really good if you're trying to cut your sodium down. But like I said, my blood pressure, everything is real good, so I'm not afraid of too much sodium. Okay, now that we got that ready, let's prepare the chicken breast. So when preparing chicken, make sure to wash your hands, nuggets. Next thing I do is I wash the chicken breast off. I do not trim the excess fat on there, so I calculate that into my calorie intake and I keep it on there. Next, I season it pretty heavily with some olive oil for flavoring. You can see drizzle it on there and it helps the pan cook it. Also, I got some soy sauce, though it's light soy sauce, so it's lower sodium, but still it's a lot of salt. And then also another seasoning with Lawry's. So you're going to have to cut the sodium down if your blood pressure is out of control. And that's enough seasoning and flavor for me. Now, I couldn't find anywhere on the internet with cooking instructions, so I found out what works best for my oven is 405 for 40 minutes, baking it that way. So it takes 15 minutes to preheat, 40 minutes to cook. So you're looking at roughly an hour to get this thing cooked. Comes out, it's pretty good, not super dry, tastes good, and I can eat it throughout the week. Next up, we have the cooking of the rice. So this is the Minute Maid rice. It comes with its own little cup inside the rice cooker. So what I do is I put it over the sink so that way when I splash it and spill it over, it goes into the thing. So it doesn't make a huge mess because, yeah, I screw it up sometimes. So I do 4 cups at a time. So what I do, 4 cups with the thing that came with it. Then I do 4 cups of water with a little splash of water as well. So my rice cooker says to put the water up to the 4 mark. Very, very easy to cook. Once you have the water done, you throw it in the rice cooker, and it's roughly about 10 to 12 minutes depending on how much you have. The thing will actually beep, click, and it's ready to go. And you have a very, very cheap source of meals throughout the week. All right, now we're going to do option number 2, and some things for you that are clean, fast, and easy to go when you're on the go. So, number 1, we want to balance our meal: proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. So, a good fat source, 2 options. You got the cheap, creamy peanut butter. So peanut butter or nuts are really, really good for you. It gets you a nice fat source, but just don't go too haywire. Usually 1 tablespoon is enough to get you that 100 calories, get your metabolism going. You can also do trail mix, though this is the cheap, flavorful kind with M&Ms. So there's all sorts of kinds that have reduced sodium, all different stuff, but as long as you get a source of fat that you can tolerate and you can eat, that's good. So I go to Walmart and get these little cheapy cups here like this, right? And so I know, look at my serving size on the back, it's important to read the label. So 1/4 of a cup is 1 serving size, which is 140 calories. You only get what you measure, 1/4 of a cup. Yep. I can't math, but I can measure. So we got our 1/4 of a cup there. That's 140 calories, and it's going to taste good. Now we need a protein source. The best way to do that is just to get some protein powder. Cellucor is the stuff that I use. So we'll use 1 scoop, depending on your size. Remember, bigger, stronger athletes can have more, but you don't want to go too overboard in protein or you're just going to pee it out. So that right there is about 120 calories right there. We got 140, so we're at 260, doing pretty good. Now you can add some fruit to it to get some carbohydrates. So a good example of some good fruit, strawberries, berries, I like kiwis, bananas, an apple. Something that's clean, it's not going to spike your insulin, but it's going to give you some energy. So that would be another 100 calories. So you're looking at this with water, not milk, about 350 calories. You put some almond milk, about 400. You use some 2% or whole milk, it's going to be a lot more calories. So this would be something clean, tastes good, low calorie. And so what you're going to want to do is eat this in between your normal meals. Small meals throughout the day, 5 to 6. So you'd have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you'd have something like this in between to stimulate your metabolism, keep the fire going. Another great option is Greek yogurt. So what I like Greek yogurt for is that the digestion rate is similar to casein protein, right? So it's going to take a long time for you to digest, so it's great to eat at night. If you look at the nutrition facts here, 80 calories, so it's not that much, 9 carbohydrates, 12 protein. But it's missing the fat. So all you need to do is grab some peanut butter. 1 scoop of peanut butter, 180 calories. You're looking at about 15 grams of protein, about 12 to 14 grams of carbohydrates, and then you got your fats right there. It tastes great, and it's a nice little snack to boost your metabolism. You can also, instead of this, if you're really not hungry but you just need something, is to eat a cheese slice. Really cheap, really easy to eat on the go, but I don't have any since my wife scarfed them all down. So that's just a quick video on some tips on eating clean, fast, and affordable. We can't afford $6 salmon patties, right? And that's how I cook my chicken breast, my rice, and prepare all my meals. Remember that you only get what you measure. Measuring your food is really important. No matter if you're trying to gain size and gain muscle, or you're trying to lose body fat and lose weight, measure. You don't know. I used to just throw chicken breast on and go, oh yeah, that's 6 ounces. Turned out it was 9 or it was 4. And I was completely wrong. So another thing is, remember that whatever your goal is, get a goal. Focus on something. Remember that there's people that go train every day and they come home and they don't eat appropriately. They don't eat enough calories to gain size, or they eat too much and drink alcohol and they put on all this weight. So focus on a goal, maintain your discipline with eating, and that doesn't mean you can't have a bad meal, but throughout the day, small meals, affordable meals will really boost your metabolism, and you'll see either that weight loss or that weight gain and size gain if you're going for more. Thanks so much for watching. Stay hungry and humble.
Youngsters out there, don't be a follower, be a leader. When everyone else is negative, complain about what they don't have, and not doing anything, working every day to get it. You work, you grind, you level up. Yeah, you might not get it in a week, a month, a year, a decade, but that process, you will get it if you believe in yourself.